Extremist group, religious zealots, Muslims are clearly under scrutiny when acts of terror are committed claiming it's in the name of the Islamic faith. Dabdoub telling us disarming the public against misinformation can be tiring, but she believes she is seeing a shift. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here today.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
Let's start talking with this Chris Cornell situation. A lot of times these people come out and they are claiming what they are doing is in the name of the Islamic faith. You say that's not so. Where are they pulling this information from? Why would they think this religion would want them to do that?
Well, I think anybody who has perceived grievances and wants to back that up with some type of religious backing will find what they're looking for in any religious text. There are passages, you know, in all religious texts that can be taken out of context, that can be misunderstood. And in the case of Christopher Cornell, as far as I understand, he's only been claiming to be a Muslim for the last few months, so I seriously doubt that he really knows very much at all about what Islam teaches.
Because you say that Islam teaches the opposite of what they're claiming.
Yeah, and if all we have to do is look at the Muslim community in this country, and right here in Cincinnati, for instance, our Muslim community in Cincinnati is probably somewhere around 40 to 50,000 people. And if 40 to 50,000 people understood Islamic teachings in a violent manner, we would be seeing it all over the place, and we're just not.
Well, you know, you say there are some misconceptions, too. I know you mentioned 40 to 50,000 people, but in the U.S., really, the number of practicing Muslims is small. And a lot of people, you say...
About 1 to 2% of the population.
Don't know someone.
Right, exactly. And for that very reason. When you're such a small proportion of the population, you know, it's hard for your average, you know, citizen out there to get to know someone who's Muslim and to know what Muslims are about, to learn about their lives, you know, the fact that they're working hard and obeying the laws, paying their taxes, raising their kids, you know, just like everybody else.
Why is there so much misinformation out there?
Well, I think, again, it comes back to the fact that it's an unknown, and what's unknown to us is scary. You know, and we see all the violence going on in the Middle East for the last, you know, what, 20 years or more. And it becomes very scary to people because they don't really know.
Now, you were telling me, and I mentioned a shift a moment ago, about how you've seen maybe a little bit of hope as far as the Chris Cornell, this story incident goes. Yeah. Most of the time, you're seeing blame solely on Muslims, the Islamic faith, and now you're saying you're seeing a little bit of a shift?
Well, what I'm seeing is that there are people who are in the American community who are pushing back, and they're not Muslim, and saying, you know, we can't blame the entire Muslim community. We can only blame the people who've done something wrong. And that is the American way. You know, we don't place collective blame on an entire group of people. We saw that during World War II with the internment of the Japanese community, and we realize now that that was very wrong. So we need to place blame on people who have actually done something wrong.
And at this point, too, though, you're still fielding a lot of phone calls and emails. You haven't really seen a lot of threats, but this does have you and your community on heightened alert right now.
Every time something like this happens, definitely we're on heightened alert.
And you've got additional security measures in place then, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, Karen, for coming on today and kind of giving us some insight. We appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.